Imagine this. Your child is lying on their bed, eyes glued to the screen, completely unaware that danger is just a message away. That's exactly what happened to me, except I caught it just in time. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm sharing a story that every parent needs to hear. It's about a mistake I made, a chilling wake-up call, and the moment I realized I wasn't just protecting my child from a stranger online. I was standing in the gap for the future of her heart and mind. And let me tell you, Marcus, you messed with the wrong mom. It was the stay-at-home season of COVID, and I was in full survival mode as a mom. Between taking care of my infants, managing the house, and trying to juggle so much, I didn't have the mental bandwidth I normally would have had. So when my 8-year-old daughter asked to download a game that seemed totally harmless on my old phone, I thought, why not? It looked kid-friendly enough. It'd keep her entertained for a bit too. But that was a mistake. Later that day, as I was folding laundry, I felt this sudden nudge to go check on her. It was a voice in my head, one I believe was God, telling me to check on her right now. I didn't hesitate. And let's be real, I was happy to ditch the laundry. I walked into her room, and there she was, lying on her bed, eyes locked on her phone. When I got closer, I froze because I saw it. Someone named Marcus was messaging her, inviting her to a private space in the game. I didn't know this game had chat features. I didn't know she wasn't even using her nickname. I didn't know who Marcus was or what he wanted. And right then, I knew. I wasn't going to wait and find out. My heart was pounding. I had no idea who Marcus was and what his intentions were, but I knew one thing. He wasn't getting another second of my daughter's time. I sat down with her, deleted the app, and had a serious talk about online safety. But then, another problem. She informed me she had already invited a friend to play too. And this is where things took a turn I didn't expect. Later that day, her friend called and invited her back into the game. And that's when my daughter made the choice I didn't expect. She told her friend, I deleted the game because my mom told me to. Her friend asked, how did your mom know? My daughter didn't mention that I had felt a nudge from God to check on her at just the right time. But she did tell her friend the truth. My mom said it wasn't safe. That moment, I was so proud. She trusted me, stood by my decision, and didn't let peer pressure sway her. She knew I had her best interests at heart, and she was strong enough to make the right choice. That's why Marcus messed with the wrong mom. But let's be clear, it wasn't just because of me. Marcus messed with the wrong mom because I'm connected to G-O-D. As a parent, I make mistakes. I have blind spots, and I don't always see the dangers ahead. But here's the thing. When I stay connected to God, He provides the wisdom I need even in moments like that. Proverbs 3:5-6 says, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. And in all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will direct your path. I don't always understand what's ahead, but I do know that when I trust Him, He leads me exactly where I need to be, including right into my daughter's room at just the right time. And when I lack wisdom, that's when I remember this. James 1:5 says, if any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask God, who gives generously to all without finding fault, and it will be given to him. I need God's wisdom every single day as a parent. I can't do this alone. I can't expect to receive that wisdom on my own. I need to stay close to God, and that's what helps me make better decisions, even when I'm just folding laundry. If you're a parent, sometimes that quiet voice nudging you to check in on your child might be God protecting them from a Marcus on a mission. So if you want God's guidance in raising and protecting your kids, I invite you to pray this simple prayer with me. Lord, you've gifted me these children, and I don't know everything. I'll make mistakes, but I invite you into my parenting, into my decisions, my imperfections, and my blind spots. I welcome your direction, your truth, your love, and your empowering grace. Help me to listen when you speak and to trust when you lead. In Jesus' mighty name. Stay connected to God, and He'll guide you through parenting no matter the circumstance. Now, let's talk about something that's on every parent's heart at some point. When should I give my child a phone? For me, it wasn't about age. It was about maturity, responsibility, and readiness. I gave my daughter my old phone earlier than I planned to for my sons, but I also set firm boundaries, especially after the Marcus incident. Here's the thing. After that mishap, I've had ongoing conversations with my kids about digital safety. We've discussed guarding our eyes and ears because what they see and hear shapes their hearts and minds and eventually their actions. There's a scripture that speaks precisely to that. It's found in Proverbs 4:23. Above all else, guard your heart because it is the wellspring of life. Oh, from your heart flows so many things. What our kids consume online isn't just entertainment. It shapes who they are becoming at a heart level. That's why setting boundaries isn't about restricting or sheltering them. It's about shepherding their hearts and guiding them towards what will lead to wisdom. On that note, here's our family rule. No personal devices with friends. Why? Because I want to know what my kids are exposed to, and when they're with friends, I can't always monitor it. Sometimes friends may be exposed to things or find things entertaining that don't pass the shepherding mom or dad sniff test. And you know what? Sometimes things we used to think were okay no longer are. Shows and games shift over time, and as a parent, I need to be ready to pivot. We've had to adjust before, and it's okay to make a change as needed. You know, it's about setting boundaries and talking through the why, not just saying no and leading by example. If I want my kids to make wise choices online, I need to model for them too, with what I watch or choose to listen to. Here's the final thought. At the end of the day, it's not just about age, in my view, when it comes to giving our children a phone. It's about their readiness, maturity, and the conversations we're willing to have. Here are 3 questions to ask before giving your child a phone. 1, does your child understand online safety? 2, do they show responsibility in other areas? 3, have you discussed your family values and the impact of what they see and hear on their hearts and minds, shaping the way they view the world and eventually even themselves? 4, am I ready to guide and monitor their digital habits? And if you decide it's not time yet, it's okay. You don't have to keep up with the Joneses any given day. And know this, there are other ways to introduce digital responsibility before handing over a loaded device. If you found this episode helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. Share your thoughts or your own experiences. And remember, parenting isn't about perfection. It's about learning and growing with our kids in an upward direction. Thanks for watching and subscribing. Until next time.